So it's good to be with you. Not sure if you saw my post about this meditation, but we're doing a meditation on heated rivalry, in case you've watched or haven't watched. So this is a new TV show that has taken the world by storm. It's about two gay hockey players and their love story. And the reason why it has hit with so many different demographics is because it's safe and consensual and kind, and things turn out well. And so it's regulating to people's nervous systems, which in this world right now, there's nothing regulating our nervous systems when we look out externally. We look at the news, we look at our phones, we look at our Facebook feeds, and all we see is trauma inducing discord, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. You look at your phone and you see distress or discord, and it's been sustained trauma responses for many people. And the way that people have been moving through this is by putting their head in the sand or staying up in the clouds. For me personally, because my belief systems really span aisles, they're not aisle dependent. I have worked to stay embodied in this political and societal scene right now. I've worked to try on this side and to try on that side. And so I haven't had the luxury of going above or below what's happening in the world. And so out comes this hockey romance, this gay hockey romance show. And it has struck a chord because of the positive neurochemicals, like how much of mental health is about oxytocin moving through your body, right? So it struck neurochemicals for people because of the safety and the passion. And if we look around what's happening in our world, we're all braced and we're all stressed, and pleasure, and I don't mean sexual pleasure, but real pleasure and passion and juice is not a part of day-to-day life for so many. Many people aren't living their life purpose, or they're not spiritually connected. And so what this, I've sat and I've just watched, I've observed. I think that's my work in the world, is to observe what is and to try to integrate my own experiences to spirit. And the thing that you see over and over in comments is that the show touches the soul, that the soul can integrate it. And that's what I've been thinking of over these last weeks, is how the soul is looking, yearning for love, for divine love, for safe love, for connected love, for the embodiment of love. And those who are Christians would say, oh, that's what Jesus brought to this world. He brought an embodiment of love. And I think that that's what people are yearning for. And so when I watch the reaction to the show, I watch like the dryness now being soaked, right? Like the saturation of being able to experience the neurochemicals of love, safe, consensual, kind love. And I thought, wow, we've been in a drought. The world has been in a drought. And just how important it is. There's a channel, I'm not promoting the channel, but there's a channel named Bashar, and someone asked Bashar what the thought is about psychedelics. Now, personally, I've never done psychedelics. I've never really done any drugs. um, and I don't really plan to, but I found the answer to the question really fascinating. And Bashar responded and said, well, you only need to do psychedelics once. Because what psychedelics does is it gives you an experience of the higher dimensions. And once you have that experience, you've felt it in your body and in your nervous system. And once you've felt that, you can take that into meditation and go into that frequency, that consciousness, that dimension. Does that make sense? So I've never done psychedelics, but I think that's what happens when people do psychedelics. They're able to shut down the mental body and actually go into their spiritual body and have the euphoric experience of divine and unity consciousness. And on a very different human level, I think that's what this TV show has done. It's given people a touch point into things working out and being okay and love embodied and the bad guy actually turning into a good guy. And so, from an embodied state, to feel that human love can move through a trajectory toward the positive slant is something that our nervous systems and our experiences in life haven't been supporting collectively. Does that make sense? When we open the news every day and we're like, what? Who got killed? What happened? What? Wait, what? Right? So we're in this trauma response all day, every time we pick up our phone. At least I am. My nervous system has to brace. So then to go on this journey and to have the neurochemicals of safety and love and sweetness and things working out is neurochemically on the physical realm, third dimension, fourth dimension consciousness. It's a sigh. And what I'm seeing online is, and something that feels good could easily turn into an addiction. And I find this really fascinating. So people are saying they can't stop watching it. Why? Because of that neurochemical hit that they continue to have. But as someone who's been on their spiritual path, what I know is what Bashar said about psychedelics, is that once you've had an embodied lived experience, you can then through meditation take yourself into those new neural pathways that have been built. Just as when we had a traumatic experience and the brain kept moving through the traumatic experience until it was wired into the brain. You've heard me talk about trauma packets. We can wire a trauma packet into our brain. We can wire trauma through, and recreate it and project it out into the world. Well, we can take a positive neurochemical experience and continue to build the pathways in a very real and embodied experience of the world. And so yesterday in my meditation, I'm very privileged. I live in Southern California. I took my cup of tea out in front and sat in the sun. And I heard a chirp of the bird. And because the heated rivalry experience was still neurochemically in my body, I was able to take that very benign experience of the chirping bird and sit and get flooded in my body with the beauty and the awe of the bird and the flowers, the winter flowers. I was in a state of euphoria looking at my rose bushes that are still blooming in January. And I use that as an example to share how we cannot get addicted to rewatching and rewatching and rewatching. Not that anything is bad or wrong about that, or replaying something that feels good, or taking that marijuana or the speed or whatever it is that we take, because that's the thing that creates the good feeling in the body. But we can know what the good feeling feels like and recreate it within the mental, emotional, and neurochemical body, because the neural pathways have been built. They may not have been solidified within the brain, but they've at least been built. And we can build pleasure, joy, love, safety from whatever impetus, from whatever stimulus that we desire to move that from. So if it's not a gay hockey movie, TV show, maybe it's an experience of when you went to Hawaii a year ago and the experience on that lava rock. Or maybe it's an experience you had at church when you felt the divine. To take one of those seed experiences that lives in your body as safety or joy and love, and to build it in the physical body, because we have physical bodies and we can have spiritual experiences in the physical body. I don't know about you, but I've been on my spiritual path for decades. And personally, in the beginning of my Kundalini awakening, I had very ecstatic, mystical experiences of the divine. And they were few and far between, but it was like little drops of nectar that I was like, oh. And those drops of nectar are what keep me on that path, even when things look crappy in my day-to-day life. It's not the chasing of that experience, but the knowing that that divine connection feels so good, and the reaching and the striving for it, because it feels better than anything I can get on the human realm, except for the TV show. I'm just kidding. So, so I share this today because what I want to build with you is a reference point from a time where you felt the safe, loving, sacred, euphoric even experience in human or divine connection. Maybe when you had your first baby, or maybe when you first had that Kundalini awakening in the third eye or in the body. And we're going to use that as a reference point to build the neurochemical, the physical, the thoughts, the emotions, and the energetics of what it is that you're desiring more than anything else right now. Because in society's chaos, and I'm guessing it's not going to get better anytime soon, maybe, but in this chaos that we're living in these times, the destruction and the dismantling of structures, whether you think that's good or bad, either way, the destruction of structures is destabilizing, even if you're for or against it. Because half of the world, half of the country is in shambles right now. So from the collective, if you are looking out into the world for safety, it's not going to happen. If you are looking to your partner to give you unconditional love, they are not capable of it because they are human. They have feelings and distortions and karma. They're not capable of true unconditional love. Only the divinity within ourselves is capable of that. Only our true connection to the sacred, whatever that is for you, the earth, the divine, your own heart. So as you take that in, just if you will, begin to close your eyes and notice what shows up within you. Breathe into your body, if you will. And notice what you're feeling, what you're thinking. And notice what you've been co-regulating with, meaning where has your nervous system been going to regulate itself? Is it to the glass of wine? Is it to prayer? Is it to a partner? For me recently, I realized that my middle daughter going off to college meant that there was a lack of passion and spice and interestingness that I was missing. And I was using her as a crutch in my life. So if you will, just scan where the crutches have been for you. What have you been using outside of yourself to bring the good feeling? Who have you been using without any judgment? And if you will, for a moment, let's just do a little Ho'oponopono forgiveness for that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was using you to regulate myself. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for not being sovereign. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you for forgiving me. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Just feel yourself restoring your relationship to marijuana or pot or wine, to your spouse, to your children, to your friends, your community. Releasing them fully, completely. Releasing them from bringing you your happy, your joy, your pleasure. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for forgiving and releasing me. And as you breathe from your heart and you feel the law of forgiveness releasing you from that which you've attached, which you've depended on, send the violet consuming flame to transmute your relationship to that person or substance. It's always hard to release something if you're not replacing it with something else. But if you will, take that leap of trust that you have within you, the connection to your source energy. So as you pivot now inward, begin to breathe into your body and set the intent for sovereignty, to be able to source the goodness, the joy, the safety, the love, the passion for life, the juice from within, from your own lived experience. Begin to breathe, if you will, into the lower part of your body, to your hips and your tailbone and your legs. Remembering a time when you felt so safe, so held. And if you can't remember a time, just allow yourself to breathe the feeling of safety. Feel what it feels like to feel safe, no matter what was happening outside. Like a big snowstorm is happening outside, but you're cuddled warm next to the fire. Feel that feeling of a deep sense of warmth, an embodied sense of safety. And as you breathe from the base of your spine down to the earth, feel yourself rooted in this realm, this physical realm on this earth right now. Feel that you're safe. Feel that that safety comes from deep within your own bones, from your right to be on this planet right now. Feel the type of safety that doesn't need you to feel like you're bracing or protecting yourself. It's inherent. Because it comes from within you. And even if there's a part of you that doesn't feel safe, see if you can show up to that part of yourself. See if you can comfort that part of yourself. Because the truth is, if you're listening here, you are safe. You are present. You're in this moment. And so long as you are showing up in this moment, you can be safe in this moment. It's the safest place to be is in this presence. For whatever it is with you, whether it's the earth or whether it's the divine, begin to touch into that sacred divine presence, breathing the light from above, or better yet, seeing the ascended master, the angel, the divine being that you feel guided and loved by. Picture that divine being sitting right across from you or right behind you. And feel the comfort, the safety, whether it's the Divine Mother, Father, whether it's Buddha, Jesus, an angel. Give yourself some time to lean in, to feel that sacred presence, or simply feel yourself holding yourself with the deepest love. It may take some time to settle in, but give it time to feel the presence. And allow yourself to become receptive to the love. You may feel this in two parts of your body. In your low belly, your sacral chakra, you'll feel a steadiness of connection. And in your heart, you'll feel the love emanating from this presence. You may be inclined to feel one over the other, but I encourage you to feel it in both ways. The sacral connection, feeling like you belong. Feeling your birthright to have steady care and love. And just notice whether it's easy or challenging to receive the love, to open your heart, and to feel that consistent flow of love. Just notice what safety, love, and connection feels like in your body. Begin to feel the emotion, energy, and motion along with the neurochemicals that will start to circulate your body once you can feel. Allow yourself to use your imagination, which is your spiritual tool. It's not just made up by you, it's facilitated by the divine, by your guides. So open the crown, the third eye. Connecting this deep into your breath as you breathe into your body, allowing your nervous system to relax and respond. And this is where, if there's a memory of an experience that was euphoric or blissful, begin in your mind's eye, in the movie screen of your forehead, to replay the memory, to activate your thoughts and your body into a state, not as a way to attach to the past, but as a catalyst. Stay with your breath in your body. Allow yourself to locate this experience in your body. Maybe it's a few experiences cobbled together, fully releasing the people and the places. Knowing that if you've loved someone or something, the adamantine particles live forever, go with you lifetime to lifetime in your heart. These are your light particles of love that can be reactivated within yourself. See if you can stay with the feeling. Amplify it in your body even further. And when you're ready, lose the memory altogether and stay focused on the sensation in your body. Allow it now to amplify out into your cells and the space around you. feeling your energy field sealed, contained, held. And if it feels right, move that bliss, that light, or the love up your spine as you breathe that through the center of your spine, like liquid gold. Straight to the pineal at the center of the head, and then exhale, keeping the light in the third eye. Release it back down your spine to your tailbone. Allowing yourself to feel the bliss layer of the body that already exists. Ananda Maya Kosha. Feel the embodied light. As you breathe in, allow it to rise. As it hits the third eye, feel your eyes roll back. And as you exhale, let the light move back down your spine. Now, if you will, link this to a simple joy within your day-to-day life, like the trees in your backyard. Create an anchor for this feeling, an association, wiring it up to every day, to the mundane, recognizing that you have access to this part of yourself that's always been there. We were just always searching for it outside, so it was so temporary. See if in your body you can feel that this is your truest nature, the highest expression in physical form. Anchoring it in with a deep state of gratitude for this wisdom, for the consciousness of sovereignty, Ananda bliss, and this deep state of oneness with divine, with the earth, and within your own heart. And so it is, and so it is done. Amen. Namaste.